Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Tarja Setiaji and I'm from English to Education 4th semester. And here I will tell about the fiction story of Hansel and Gretel. Hansel and Gretel, or Little Brother and Little Sister, uh, is a German fiction story recorded by the Brothers Grimm and published in 1812. Hansel and Gretel are a young brother and sister kidnapped by a cannibalistic witch living in house-made gingerbread cake confection, sweets, and many other treats and pastries. The two children escape with their lives by outwitting her. The story has been adapted by the various media. Most notably the opera Hansel and Gretel 1893 by Engelbert Humperdinck. The story is set in a medieval Germany. Hansel and Gretel are the children of a poor woodcutter. When a famine settles over the land, the woodcutter wives, or stepmother to Hansel and Gretel, decide to take the children into the woods and leave them there to fend for themselves. So she and her husband will not starve to death. The woodcutter opposes the plan but finally reluctantly submits to his wife's schemes, unaware that Hansel and Gretel have overheard them. After the parents have gone to bed, Hansel sneaks out of the house and gathers as many wet pebbles as he can. Then returns to his room, reassuring Gretel that God will not forsake them. And the next day, the family walks deep into the woods, and Hansel lays a trail of the pebbles. Their father lights for fire for them in the woods and goes to gather more woods after. After a while, the kids realize their father is not coming back. Gretel cries, but Hansel tells her all will be fine. After nightfall, the follow his shiny pebbles are back to the house, arriving by morning. Their father is overjoyed and takes them back in as he was very upset about leaving them in the first place. After a while, famine strikes again, and the stepmother insists that they take the kids back to the forest to leave them. This time, she locks the door to their room so Hansel is unable to gather pebbles. Hansel climbs up the small piece of bread is given by his parents and sprinkles crumbs along their path. Birds eat the crumbs and they cannot find their way home. And after searching for a very long time, they come upon a house in the woods made of bread, cakes, and sugar. They eat from the house as they are very hungry. While they are eating, a witch comes out and invites them inside, offering them a meal and pretending to be a kind and friendly old woman. After feeding them, she traps them in her house and makes them to chorus each day, feeding them well in order to fatten them for eating. One day, the witch decides it's time to eat and has Gretel light the oven and provide water for boiling her brother. After a while, the witch asks Gretel to hop in oven to make sure it is not hot enough to break bread. Gretel, sensing the witch intent, pretends she does understanding what the witch means. Infuriated, the witch hops into the oven herself and demonstrates what she wants, and Gretel pushes the doors and the clothes behind her, leaving the witch to burn to ashes. Gretel frees Hansel from the cage, and the pair in discovered a vase full of treasure and precious stones, putting the jewels into their clothing. The children set off for home. They arrive home to hear that their stepmother is dead and their father has not had a happy day since they left their home, and they live happily ever after with the witch words. That's all on this title of the poem Hansel and Gretel, and thank you.